The gunas, or modes of material nature, govern everything in this material world. We saw that these different modes or energies have great influence on our behavior and well-being. We also have seen that we can influence them consciously when we become aware of them in our day-to-day life. How we think, how we speak, and how we act, it is all connected with these qualities. We should therefore take this knowledge not as something theoretic, but as something very plausible for our existence. The better we understand the functionings of the three gunas, the better we will be able to deal with them. And we can then direct them in a desired direction and eventually transcend them altogether. We have seen in the video about the science of parallel universes that the material reality includes many more realities than what we perceive. And we also have seen that the bondage to this material world is lasting till we attain the undecaying spiritual reality, or Vaikuntha. This endeavor can take many lifetimes. In this video, we will see how Krishna explains how the dominating gunas influence our passing from this life and our reincarnation. He says, if the embodied self meets death when sattva predominates, then it proceeds to the pure realms of those who know the highest truth. That he says in chapter 14, verse 14. If one happens to die when the sattva guna is predominant, then one attains the assembly of enlightened beings who know the science of the spiritual self, of the Atman, and who are free from ignorance. In other words, one will be born in a family of those who have the knowledge of the self, and therefore you will be qualified to perform the virtuous acts which make you actually attain self-realization. Further he says, meeting death when rajas predominates, one is born among those attached to action. Similarly, one who meets death when tamas prevails is born among beings in delusion. This he says in chapter 14, verse 15. Dying when rajas is predominant, one is reborn in the families of those who are motivated by the desires of achievements, seeking pleasures of this world and material benefits. Similarly, one who dies when tamas is predominant is born among species lacking in intelligence. That can be a rebirth among humans who are unaware of the meaning of life and the meaning of human existence, or he can even be incarnating in lower species. While to speak about life after death is always a bit abstract and of course difficult to verify or to grasp, but still the sentiment what we get from Krishna is very clear, that sattva is the quality which is spiritually uplifting, rajas is connected with worldly desires, and tamas with ignorance at every stage of material existence. In general, Krishna summarizes, those who are established in sattva rise upwards, those who dwell in rajas remain in the middle, and those who are there to tamas, influenced by the lowest tendencies, go downwards. This he says in chapter 14, verse 18. Those who persist in sattva rise upwards means that they attain eventually liberation from samsara, or the cycle of reincarnation in successive stages. It is a quality which is spiritually uplifting and very important to pursue for any spiritual aspirant. Those who abide in rajas remain in the middle, means they are born again and again in this material world and pursue the same goal-oriented activities. It's a vicious cycle, and is mostly connected with suffering, as it is characterized by continued eternal rebirth. And those who are there to tamas, they go downwards. means that they become increasingly more degenerated through the expansions of this tamas quality. They don't evolve spiritually and don't get closer to the realization of the self and the relationship with God, but they actually descend step by step into lower states of human beings and awareness, and in worst cases also to the condition of animals. Again and again we can see how important the knowledge of the gunas is. To have a sattvic or pure lifestyle is not something which will happen automatically, but it needs some sort of cultivation and also determination from us. So stay tuned to find out more about the gunas. If you have not yet subscribed, do it now. Hit the like buttons and share this knowledge. That is definitely a sattvic action as it increases the general awareness. Jai Gurudev.